on the issue of AUKUS, there's a broad support you've found across the US, Australia and Japan for the AUKUS initiative. But when you drill into the numbers, there is a bit of concern there, I think, for Australian governments on the lack of awareness and lack of support among the younger cohort.
That's right. So broadly, all three publics, the US, Australian, and Japanese publics, are in favor of AUKUS far more than they are against it. So some 42% of Australians are saying that AUKUS makes Asia safer, and only 13% say that it makes Asia less safe. But then, as you said, if you sort of drill down into the numbers, it's a different story, because what we found is that a majority of 18 to 34-year-old Australians said they were unsure or didn't know whether AUKUS makes Asia safer. 35% said it does make Asia safer, and 13% said it didn't. But then when we asked more specifically, because maybe people don't know AUKUS, that term, but they know nuclear-powered submarines, that has more resonance, right? And we found that 33% of 18 to 34-year-old Australians said it's a good idea for Australia to have nuclear-powered submarines. 27% said it wasn't, so pretty close, only a 6 percentage point difference. But then 40% say they were unsure or didn't know. So, AUKUS is an unprecedentedly large defense investment that will last generations. And despite all of that, I don't see the young people really finding a lot of identity with it, finding commonality. They're really unsure. And while there might be slightly more approval and disapproval, I think there's a lot of work to do by the government in particular to really bring the younger Australians along for the ride of why AUKUS and why now.
And if it's going to last generations, absolutely. That seems a very important thing to do to bring that next generation along for the ride on this issue. Jared Mondschein from the US Studies Centre, great to get your insights and to read this report. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.